Hello everyone, welcome to the world of software testing. So in the last lecture, we have seen some of the advantages, disadvantages, and when to use the Agile Scrum methodology. And also we have covered some of the features related to the Agile methodology. So hope you have watched those previous lectures. If you did not watch it, please go in the playlist and watch those videos to understand the Agile methodology concepts completely. So this is the most important interview questions that going to be asked in the interviews. So you should be prepared with all those questions based on the Agile methodology. So let's go through the 4 values and 12 principles of Agile methodology. So based upon the Agile manifesto. So these are the 4 values of Agile methodology as per the Agile manifesto. So the first one is the individuals and interactions over processes and tools. The second one is the working product over the comprehensive documentation. And the third one is the customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And the fourth value is the responding to the change over following a plan. So these are the 4 values of Agile methodology. So let's discuss these 4 values in detail now. So the first is individual and interactions over the processes and tools. So this is a value of Agile manifesto, focuses on giving importance to the communication with the clients. So there are several things a client may want to ask, and it is the responsibility of the team members to ensure that all the questions and suggestions of the clients are promptly dealt with. So here the main focus is on giving the importance to the communication with the client. So this is nothing but individuals and interactions over the processes and tools. The second point is that the second value is working product over the comprehensive documentation. So previously the software developers would spend ages creating the detailed documentation. So that was before they even started writing a single line of code. So they were creating the detailed documentation. And while the documentation isn't a bad thing, there comes a point when you should focus on providing your customers with a working software. So the Agile manifesto places shipping software to your customers as one of the highest priorities than the documentation. So you can then gather the feedback to help you improve the future releases. So once you deliver some of the application to the client, so based upon that application, client will give you some feedback, and based upon that feedback, you need to improve the application into the future releases. So this is basically the working product over the comprehensive documentation. So documentation is given a secondary choice here than the working software. The third value is the customer collaboration over the contract negotiation. So the Agile principles require customers to be involved in all the phases of the project. The waterfall approach or the traditional methodology only allow customers to negotiate before and after the project. So as we have discussed in the last lecture of Agile ceremonies, so in the sprint review meeting, there will be a client involvement. So this is the point comes here, the customer collaboration over the contract negotiation. So here the customer can be there before the project as well as the after the each sprint. So in the traditional project like a waterfall approach, the methodologies only allows customers to negotiate before and after the project. So this drawback is covered in case of Agile methodology, and this used to result in the wastage of both the time and resources. So if the customers are kept in loop during the development process, team members can ensure that the final product meets all the requirements of the client. So in case of waterfall model, there could be a possibility that after delivering some of the application to the client, so it there might be some of the observations reported will get from the customer, and those you need to work upon. So again, in case of waterfall, that is not possible. So it is better to have the Agile methodology to ensure that the final product meets all the requirements of the client, as the client is monitoring all the application features at the end of the each sprint in the sprint review meeting. Then the last value, that is the fourth value, is the responding to the change over the following a plan. So agile value are against using the elaborate plans before the start of the project and continue sticking to them no matter what. So circumstances change and sometimes the customer demand extra features in the final product, so that may change the project scope. So that's why, as the requirements are changing, are volatile or flexible, so we cannot complete the elaborate planning at the start of the project in case of agile. So in these cases, the project managers and their teams must adapt quickly in order to deliver the quality product and ensure 100% customer satisfaction. So these are the four values of the agile methodology as per the agile manifesto. Let's move on to the 12 principles of agile methodology. So the first principle is, our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of a valuable software. So the team should satisfy customers' needs through early and quick delivery. Through quick delivery, the team can also learn from the feedback early on and improve the deliverable as the project evolves. So again, as we discussed, based upon the delivery of the application, we can get the feedback from the client, and based upon that feedback we can improve our software during the future releases. Welcoming the changing requirements even late in the development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. So with the agile approach, the team should always welcome the change in the managing project. So even it is in the production phase, testing phase, we should always welcome the change in the managing the project. Deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to shorter time scale. So as we discussed, the release duration for the agile methodology is 2 weeks to 4 weeks. So the team should ensure the delivery of value is frequent and focus on a shorter time scale, so that the end user can actually see or experience the solution early to provide the feedback. The fourth principle is, the business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. So the developers and business stakeholders need to work together throughout the project. The team needs to understand the views of all the stakeholders. If not, the deliverable will very often fail to meet the expectation. So that's why it is important to have the developers and business stakeholders work together throughout the complete project. The fifth principle is, the build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need and trust them to get the job done. The logic behind this fifth agile principle is that by reducing the micromanagement and empowering motivated team members, the project will be completed faster and with a better quality. So that's why we should encourage trust and support the team members, and always trust your team to get the job done. Then the sixth principle is, the most efficient and effective method of conveying the information to and within the development team is the face-to-face communication or the face-to-face conversation. So the most effective method to convey the right information is through having the face-to-face conversations or the discussions. It reduces the time between the asking of questions via email or chat and prevents any miscommunication. So in case of, instead of emailing or chatting, it is very important to have the face-to-face conversation to get the faster issue resolution. The seventh principle is, working software is the primary measure of progress. So this is the seventh principle. So it doesn't matter how many hours you have to put into a task. If the works you have done does not translate into a working product, then there is no value generated for the end user. So that's why the working software is a primary measure of a progress. The eighth principle is, the agile processes promote the sustainable development. The sponsors, developers and the users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. So with the agile, the team should promote the sustainable development where a repeatable and iterative pattern can be established and at a constant rate. The next, that is the ninth principle, is the continuous attention to the technical excellence, and a good design enhances agility. So when a team maintains the operational excellence, they will have less trouble reacting to the changes and maintaining the agility. The 10th principle is simplicity, which is the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. So if you can do something in a simple way, why waste time complicating it? So when implementing agile, avoid doing something just for the sake of doing it. So simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. The 11th principle is the best architectures, requirements and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. So with the agile, we should have teams that can make the quality products without too much interference from the above. The team should also have the capability and authority to handle or manage the project or the task on hand. And the last principle, that is the 12th principle, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. So this is the 12th principle. So agile methodologies stand on the concept of iteration, where teams can learn from their past mistakes and continuously improve their performance. The project managers should promote sessions where the whole team reflects on their performance and discuss ways to improve their technical and management skill. So these are the 12 principles of agile methodology. So thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe our YouTube channel for such more videos and click on the bell icon to get the latest updates. So in the upcoming lectures, we are going to discuss the overall software testing principles, which are very important and must be kept in mind while doing the software testing. So thank you so much for watching.